Wow.
Right. Hello.
I
Hi. Hello, everybody. My name is Doubledubbel, and I'm here to run Tarzan Untamed on very short notice. But it's okay, because I'm going to show you guys Crocodile percent, which is the meme category of this game. I've run this game a couple times at BSG before, and but I've always done any percent. That's the category I've always run. So now to change it up, I'm running Crocodile percent. Now what that refers to is the Crocodile boss fight in this game, which is where this run ends. Yeah, there's collectibles in the game that you need to collect. There's 50 of them, and you need 45 of them to access the final third of the game. So yeah, this category completely skips them all, and it means we don't get access to the final third of the game. So the run ends when we beat the second boss. Yeah, it's the closest thing this game has to a low percent category, so to speak. With me, I have
Clover.
I
Hi.
have Clover, who recently picked up this game.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
He's going to co-commentate with me now. Time starts where I press A here. So step
countdown.
ready on countdown.
3, 2, 1, go. Thank you, Mark.
Okay, so I started by mashing A because there's a cutscene that shows up, but you can skip through it. But don't worry, there is still cutscenes to enjoy, like right here.
Eggman. Eggman.
Eggman.
Eggman.
As a kid, when I first played this, I thought he said S-man for some reason. Was it a time where my English wasn't very good?
Well, that English wasn't very good either, so cannot really blame you for that.
All right, so what I did there was continuously jumping, and that's a trick called rail jumping. For some reason, how this game's physics work is when you jump, you get pushed forward.
So, and if you can say here, and this is the collectible we need to collect normally.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a film reel. You know, you may question whether it actually looks like one.
It's pretty close to the old ones they used in movie theaters.
Now here's the first skip of the game coming up, and I failed it.
Ah, sad.
Now we lose 3 seconds because we get that.
So what he normally tries to do is trying to position him at a certain position, and then he just skips the explanation of, yeah, you need to press X to make a sound, and I can help you, but only if you unlock certain things.
Yeah, you get the message about the unlocking it first.
Yeah.
The message about yelling at them, you get that when you've done so. So normally we need that for the any percent category. We need the gorilla's help, and to do that we need to beat a bungee challenge. And yes, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things we're not going to do today.
Because that's big of a difference between the any percent run and this run.
And we're going meme mode here.
Of course, why not?
Now this is an enemy. If you get close to him, you get a text box, and only on that enemy.
Yep.
It's the first enemy in the game where it happens, but it doesn't actually give you the text box the first time you get an encounter. It gives you it the first time you encounter that specific enemy.
We did not need to collect this one.
No, that's any percent muscle memory.
So what we normally would do in this run, if we didn't pick it up, we could just throw the spear at the tree lock, which is slightly faster than the animation of Tarzan kicking the tree lock.
That's
but it's
slightly
alright.
slower, and you also get stuck in that animation, so you can't do anything during that animation. Also, yeah, you
plus
get
this animation.
Thank you, Tarzan.
Oh, it still triggers if you're...
Okay, this I didn't know.
Okay, so normally this triggers at the first baby you save, but apparently it triggers if you just save one baby the first time ever. Huh,
Right.
Interesting.
Learning new things every day.
So here, this fine. It sometimes is a little bit of a pain because it can just let you drop off suddenly.
That happens only in a specific stage, which I'll point out when we get there. So don't throw a spear here. So yeah.
Well, you can throw the spear, don't collect it.
Yeah, but you generally get close enough that he will pick it up.
Ah, fair point.
So yeah, what we need those baby monkeys for normally in the any percent run is saving all the baby monkeys, get you access to a bungee challenge, and then completing that bungee challenge. That is what gets the gorillas to help you in the stages. So no, in any percent we also go through this stage twice, but here we don't have to do that.
Oh, so it saves time.
Yeah, so I land there, I walk forward for the tiny bit, and then I
ignore that monkey.
and then I jump. It gets the film reel, and it's again as any percent muscle memory. But yeah, there's no like animation or anything that takes time, so we don't lose anything from picking it up.
And here Tuck falls down, and we're gonna enter our first auto-scroller.
No.
Well,
Not yet.
not auto-scroller, because you have some inputs you can do. Indeed, but...
Yeah, this is a proper stage. This is surfing.
Well, proper stage, it's still pretty linear in what you need to go to instead of the other levels we play.
Yep. But, yeah. So normally this is the biggest, the first big reset point of the game, because as you can see the film reels, like we're skipping them all here. But yeah, for basically a decent run, you need to get them all in a single try.
Yeah. And the sad part is, if we run out of health here, we get set back all the way to the beginning.
Yep, these stages have no checkpoints.
Up. So that's the like the stage we saw before here. It had checkpoints. If we die, we just get set back to a specific point in time.
Yeah.
But here we don't get that. So.
Also, you can see me. Oftentimes crashing into the wall, but not getting damaged. That's because I'm hitting the walls with the backside of my board. For some reason, the backside doesn't take damage.
Oh, you should watch out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm in kill range for a whirlpool. Whirlpools do 5 damage, and crashing into walls does 3. And I currently have 4 health. Now I have 5 health, which still means I'm in kill range. So I was going to pick up those safety bananas, but the physics of the game said no.
No. Nope. Yeah, the physics of the game are sometimes not working in your advantage. Especially
in these stages. In these stages, the physics get very wonky.
Like that's just it goes very quickly. Your health can be going from full health to almost no health in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play semi-safe here. All right, now I'm outside of kill range. Except one hit will put me back in kill range, so it's not like we're safe or anything.
Well, we're almost at the end.
Yeah, that's film reel number 7 that we just passed, and there's 8 in each stage. There's 8 in every stage, and there's 1 in the bungee challenge, which is the requirement for beating the bungee challenge is getting the film reel.
Yep.
And yeah, the trick that I use of hitting walls with the backside of my board, that we call that back bonking.
All right, so. No, I think we can skip it. No, we cannot skip this part. We can skip this part though.
Yeah, there's cutscene. Yeah, the cutscenes in between levels you can skip. The cutscenes mid-level, you cannot.
Okay, so now we really get our first auto-scroller?
But those are only in the first stage. But yeah, this is an auto-scroller, especially now that we don't have to collect the film reels. So now we can have fun and do reverse keying, which actually reverses your left and right controls. We can also do front flips.
Exactly. So, what we do with this run is we don't use a memory card. We don't have any memory card plugged in. And it is because it saves time. And if we have a memory card plugged in, the game will ask us every time we have beat a level, are you sure you don't want to save?
Yeah, if you create a new file, it asks you to select a memory card to select continue without saving. If you select a memory card, the game will auto-save after every stage. And if you select continue without saving, the game will ask you if you have a memory card inserted. So we actually play this game without a memory card inserted.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, there's certain film reels that we can't avoid, so we can't exactly do a 0% thing. Also, this is considered a trick, reverse grind. So there's a trick button. R puts you essentially in trick mode. And then, inputting the right inputs for the trick does the trick. So holding, pressing up and jumping while holding R does the front flip. Holding back starts the reverse ski. although I lose it when I get hit. And yeah, and then lastly, I don't know if I have the space for it, but if I rotate the control stick, I do that. I do a tumble turn. It only gives you 100 points. It's so not worth it. It's a game you're normally not supposed to know about, but this game has a side part of it, which is called Turks Challenges, which is which consists of a score challenge of beating a certain score, a time challenge of getting the best time, essentially the speedrun challenge, and then there's a super challenge which combines the two.
So, and there we go, and then we finished our first auto-scroller.
And yeah, that's the end of the first auto-scroller. Alright, so that's a cutscene, another cutscene that we skip, and now we got our first boss fight.
Yes.
Which term I use very loosely, because it's just to match B a bunch. And there's no way to speed up this training of the bar. It's a set speed. As long as you mash above the threshold, you're good. There's a button combo that appears. You input it and you're done.
So that's the first boss done. It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah. And it doesn't get much more creative, because the second boss is 2 hits and 4 button combos, and the third boss, which we will not be seeing in this run, is 3 hits and 5 button combos. Yeah. That's how they mix it up.
Yeah.
Also, there was even slower than mashing because you actually saw the cutscene appear. I sometimes forget there's cutscenes because they don't appear when you skip through them optimally. All right, so what I'm doing there is something I've been doing in a lot of places throughout these types of stages, the more platforming style stages. Jumping there lets you run at movement speed. I missed the... okay, so we're trying to grab this in midair because it doesn't get... because it skips animations that you get stuck in. So yeah, we're trying to do everything in midair. So here, this guy, we're punching in midair. This guy, this girl, would throw a spear while in midair. That's not necessary, but it defeats the enemy.
She's fine, she's just taking a swim.
Double, mind if I do a quick donation here?
Yeah, of course, that's fine.
We got €3 from Anonymous with no comment, but thank you very much for your donation.
Alright, so hi monkey, bye monkey.
So in the normal run we also skip these monkeys because these monkeys unlock the second bungee jump. But in any percent we can exactly skip all the second bungee jump parts in order to get exactly 45 film reels, which we need to unlock the third part.
Yeah. Skipping the second bungee challenge and only doing the first, it doesn't let the young apes, as the game calls it, help you, but it does still let the gorillas help you, which you can see on the far left there. We're not going to go through him because we do that in any percent and then take a death to respawn here.
Yeah.
But since this is Crocodile percent, we skip that because all of that is just for the film reel that's on that side path. The game is weirdly formulaic in that sense, in that there's those gorillas that give you access to alternate paths, and the alternate path has a film reel, and then the regular path also has a film reel somewhere before the two paths converge, which in this case is here.
What I wonder, because I never really searched it out, is if going the gorilla way, is it faster than going the normal way? Like, I know if you die and you go to gorilla path, you get set back all the way to the split, but I really wonder if it's faster or not.
I don't think so, because you have the animation from the yelling at the gorilla and then him throwing you over, so I don't think it's faster. The paths are probably more or less the same.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Yeah, the reason we do the alternate path first in any percent is because the alternate path doesn't have checkpoints while the normal path does, so we do that first.
Yeah.
So we respawn to before where it branches. Alright, so here we're gonna get some things back. So all the film reels that we've collected up to this point, we could have avoided theoretically. That one you can't. I've tested this thoroughly, and no matter where you are in the trunk, the hitbox of the film reel is big enough that you'll always get it. So that is the one that basically makes 0% impossible.
Low percentage then.
Yeah, but that requires actively avoiding the film reels. Also, yeah, I'm getting hit a lot here, but it doesn't matter because this is the end of the stage.
Yes.
Have you seen the children?
Yeah, what I was trying to explain at the beginning of the level is when you start running from the ground, there's a bit of a build-up to running speed, which is slower than the actual running speed. But if you jump, then Tarzan can move forward at the actual speed of running speed. So we jump while the build-up to running speed happens, and
then we have our second auto-scroller.
yeah, here we have a proper auto-scroller. So this is a good opportunity for the host to share a few things about us, about the charity we support, and all that good stuff.
Okay, you're going to have to give me a very brief moment here because I was not prepared for that, as you know, a good host always is, right?
It's fine.
Okay, but anyway, we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. We're currently streaming our bi-monthly event in the esports game arena in Alphen aan de Rijn, where we're raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. All of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society, and when you do donate, there is still a bid war open. I know the difference between the two is quite big, as there is the save and kill incentive coming up for the Super Metroid route randomizer later. Where currently saving is in elite with 150 euros and kill is only at 11 euros and 77 cents. But, you know, a bunch of small donations can also still make that kill. So, you know, every little bit helps, right? And I say we should probably save the frames here. Need more from me, Double, or?
No, I can take back over.
Then by all means.
So yeah, so there's okay, the game doesn't really explain it as such, but essentially there's two types of damage. Everything that does damage to you either does 3 damage or 5, and you have 25 health. That's the max health you have. But yeah, this is the end. This is normally the last film we will get. This time it's the 5th because we're memeing around. And yeah, we're slowly coming up to the end. We've got one more stage, and then the final boss of this run, the second boss, which is a crocodile. Now, normally the joke I make about the crocodile boss is more apparent in any percent because, as I mentioned before, we go in alternate paths and then take a death to warp back. As we speak, to the point where the paths split apart, like here. Well, yeah, in this category we skip all that, so we intend to not die. Keyword intend to.
We intend to, sometimes forget it.
Right, also here, small optimization. We skip over the leaf, except I jumped too late, so we got... So actually accidentally land on the lily pad. Also, I'm going to show this. If you jump right away, which is faster, you miss the film reel. So you actually have to wait if you want that film reel. Also, I died.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's what happened. So, okay,
no, that happened in every run I did so far.
It's a more tricky part if you try to do it optimally, because you'll be dying more than you want to.
And that bird is annoying.
Yeah, it's a series of precise jumps if you like want to optimally get around that box. So this time, I'm just gonna do it optimally by punching the bird.
Almost missing it again. So what I didn't mention yet is when you collect monkeys and you get...
Also, this encounter we can just walk around.
Yeah. When you get the monkeys and we die, before we deliver the monkey to their mother, we get set all the way where we needed to collect the monkey in the first place.
Oh yeah, if you have a baby monkey on your back, you basically don't get any checkpoints. Also more rail jumping here.
So, but if we don't collect the monkeys, we get other checkpoints. The checkpoints are, for example, midway the track you're then following. So it's quite interesting that if you die, and depending on which category you run, you either lose a lot of time or you lose a little time. What is happening?
I might be miming too much. So that's the only soft luck I know of the game. So I have to restart the full level now.
Oof.
So so my PB for this category is 2013, and to give it extra meme value, that's when I was back when I was running on PAL version, which is slower than NTSC.
We are on good pace. Oh well. As long as we don't softlock again and get overestimate, it will be fine.
Oh yeah, if I just don't jump off of that vine, then I'll be good.
I've never seen it
I just wanted
softlock.
to show off, but yeah, that softlock is the main reason I put the estimate at 25 minutes.
Oh, and you got a lily pad jump right now. That was nice.
Yeah, so I get to show off that as well. Also, we're skipping this again. Okay, so
Oh,
now,
don't jump in the water again.
No. Alright, so yeah, depending on the timing when you jump and punch, he can either fly over you or you can successfully punch him as long as you jump and punch early enough. So yeah, this is another one of those match B encounters that we saw. Like you see Tarzan struggling with the enemy.
Takes time. So yeah.
And yeah, that takes time, so... But yeah, for some reason the trigger zone for that encounter is so small, or is small enough that we can just walk around it.
I think it's intentional because it's really big in comparison to some other parts where these kind of bosses are.
No, I don't think it's intended. It's just the areas that where the other mashing encounter enemies are. Those areas are so small that the trigger zone's big enough. All right, so let's stop memeing for a bit and not softlock. I was not expecting to get it. That's why I went for it.
Tries to not Dinks are not gonna softlock. Softlock's nice.
I was hoping it would be some kind of wrong warp to the credits. So yes, you see me spear a lot of these enemies. Those are the mashing encounters that you get stuck in for a while. But yeah, spearing those enemies kills them instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this game does not have big like glitches or anything. It has like what I like to call physics exploits, which are more exploits than glitches, such as gorilla skip that I failed and yeah, small skips. Here's another one. Okay, so grab the ledge. So that guy that throws a lasso at you, which binds you in place, which very frequently happens. If you play this casually, you're gonna get hit by it because you need to stand on the very edge of the platform to not trigger his lasso, and it takes priority. So if you throw a lasso at it, if I throw a spear at him, he'll just ignore the spear and bind you in his lasso anyway. We call it lasso skip.
Nice. I am not.
Have you seen the children?
I was not familiar with that term. It was good to know. Again, the
Yeah,
physics
and
in this
we're,
game are really weird sometimes.
Right.
But,
Could have thrown a
nice.
spear, but whatever, it works. Can you check the timer, please?
It's 21:42.
21:42. Well, that's guaranteed sub-estimate.
Yay, Sita's gonna be happy.
Yep. I mean, the original run would have been more around 15 minutes, so we're still extending the schedule a little bit.
So as you can see here, we mashing again in order to get the pattern visible, which
Yeah.
we need to input.
Now, the thing I wanted to talk about that I only mentioned in any present is you saw me die in the water before in the previous stage. Tarzan can swim here,
No, he was riding the crocodile.
and
but
we're gonna officially make this a co speed run. You did the last hit.
oh boy.
So yeah, this is the last hit when and on the last button press is when time is. So get ready on time. So yeah, the button combos for this are always the same, by the way. So this is always A, B, X, Y. And
Nope.
time. What does it say? 20. Hey, 22:50. That's good, especially since I went for the soft lock.
There we go. And then we deliver the
we get-
crocodile some nice locks and trees.
Yeah, we're just gonna let him chew on that. So I'll let this cutscene play for a bit since we don't have to skip
We
this
have
now.
to find her before the hunters do.
But how? Only elephants know the way to the graveyard.
I couldn't stop them.
Tantor followed his instincts. Jane followed Tantor. That blasted cameraman followed Jane. The cameraman! The reels! Perhaps he filmed his pursuit. just be able to discover Jane's whereabouts from the reels of film you found. We'll turn that lunatic scientific record against him.
So yeah, and then you're gonna show off what we want to enter the next level. So we're gonna do that.
Yeah,
just-
so in the bottom right of the screen, you can see the film reels. We have 0 out of 8, that's for this stage, and then we have 19 out of 75, which is the
Total.
which is the total we have. So that's where we need 45. There's 25 in each third of the game,
You can
and
just
you get
enter
this.
it.
I'm afraid we can't proceed until we know where we're going. You're going to have to find some more film reels.
Yeah, this is where it tells you. So that was Tarzan Untamed Crocodile percent, the meme category for this game. If you want to check this game out and like learn any percent or learn this meme, check out the speedrun.com page, speedrun.com/DTU. We have a Discord where we're happy to answer any and all questions you have. And yeah, we're going to throw it over to the next run, which is a certain interesting randomizer for Zimmer Metroid, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. Thank you, Double, for your run for Tarzan Untamed. Up